Flat Earthers versus scientists. Can we trust science? Well, before even watching it, I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Yes. If there's one thing in the world you can trust, it's probably going to be science. The fucking hot dog man or flat earthers probably aren't the most reliable source of shit you can trust, I would say. That's like trusting the guy who sells you laced weed behind the dumpster to trust him with your finances. Alright, now I'm ready for action. Let's see if we can truly trust science. It's been a question on my mind for a long time. I'd always debate who's more reliable, a flat earther who's sniffing their own farts and shitting in their diaper, or science. And it's really a toss-up.
Hey guys. Puzzle piece. And then one of those pieces just wasn't fitting.
I'm always open to...
To who? Who went through their whole life hollow, knowing that they've been lied to, that the world is not a globe and a piece of them has been missing, and that's why they're still a virgin at 40 years old?
I'd like to tear them to pieces.
That looks like a flat earther. Part-time biker, full-time alcoholic abusive father. Definite flat earther.
My name is Dan Glatman. I work as Dan the Waterman in the drinking water filtration.
Was created by a higher power.
Dan the Waterman doesn't believe in God?
Well, I've been.
He must have seen Rick and Morty while cleaning a pool once.
The scriptures in the Bible that point to a flat Earth.
I'm all for religion and believing what you want to believe. I think it's very important to find your own answers, but why use books like the Bible as a source of irrefutable evidence?
My name is Wendell. I am a
That's such a sensitive name.
Based,
Wendell.
and scientific flat Earth.
Kind of guy that cries when he jerks off because he feels
starts
like he's
out as a flat
disrespecting
earther.
the actresses with his
I had a lot
sin.
of questions. An observation at Salton Sea, and things just didn't add up down there. So we've gone back probably a dozen times.
Well, you can't argue with the facts, I guess.
There is no
I looked at the water
curvature.
once, and, well, it wasn't falling off the side of the planet, so there's no way it's curved.
Discussion groups, panels, we've gone against opposition.
I have a
opposed
sneaking
ourselves.
suspicion all three of these are
Surprisingly
anti-vaxxers
enough,
as
flat
well.
Earth is its own worst enemy.
Well, they say it in 14 other documents.
You should read what NASA says, and you should listen to what
I
NASA
would
says.
love to see.
I would also
NASA
love to see that.
evidence
In
all
fact, I'm sorry, Wendell, to step on your toes over there, because I know you're a cornucopia of great information and calorie crusading, but I have to know. Is there actual documents from NASA saying the Earth is flat?
I'm what you call a globe denier.
So an idiot. A
You couldn't
fucking
even get me into
idiot.
a virtual
A limp-dicked
construct if I
loser.
can't find the
All synonymous
orders
with
myself.
globe denier.
Would find it to be an ice plane where we have a localized sun and our environment thrives there. You know,
I too
these
like
particular
science
people
fiction.
Have misled us on alternative media is just a thing of beauty for me.
When he says alternative media, he's not even talking about alternative media. He watches 4 subscriber YouTubers that are on the run for drug possession charges and child molestation who talk about flat Earth, and then he goes and raves about that video on his anti-vax Facebook groups.
And they're my mind because my mind isn't set. NASA is solely designed to change my mind.
Which it
From its
would if
inception,
you'd
from
read
its
anything
discovery,
from them.
Has been a television program.
Foundation for why I believe the Earth is flat. And I'm
Well, it
telling you
is,
wrong.
right?
I have evidence that proves it's
Shelby, show us.
What type of
Curvature, I
it?
We're
just-
being misled. We're being deliberately misled.
But that's not
by
evidence.
mainstream
So
media.
what's your evidence you're
We see
thinking?
too far. We see too far. We should
That's not
be able to
evidence.
see. I live in Dana Point.
Okay.
I can see San Clemente Island. We're 60 miles away.
I wake up in the morning and I
I'm
can
on the
see
beach.
the sun.
100
I'm
feet
on the
tall.
beach.
That's the evidence. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
By gobs of science.
It's gotta suck being a scientist in 2019. There was like a golden age of science in like a...
What is the question?
I don't understand.
Man, it almost goes far back as like maybe the 70s to 90s.
Possible. Anything is possible.
Scientists were like
I mean,
revered,
anything
but
is
now
possible.
there's like these fucking
I've got
limp-dicked
got a tremendous
lunatics
issue with
and
consensus
dusty
and purity.
cootered old
I've been
soccer
spending a
moms that
lot
all of a sudden
time
think science is
arguing
evil.
with people that argue the
Just for a second. You're never going to get 100% of anyone. There is scientific
Except when you're talking about
consensus
globe Earth.
on a
That's
globe
100%.
Earth, there's scientific consensus on evolution.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a
Not big
scientist
issue.
say that's
word
wrong.
theory.
And if you do, then
you
that's a
know
scientist that
theory
should
of
not be in that
science is
profession.
extreme-
Access to media and limited exposure. Until we're in university curriculums, we will continue to appear uneducated.
Well, that's not
What
true.
are the odds of that, Dan the
history of
Waterman?
science, we
The
had
dude who
many
pisses into the
occasions
filtration
that the
systems of
idea
homeowners' pools
was
and
not
rants
welcomed
about
by the
flat
society.
Earth and
Einstein
sheeps
was
that
one of
believe
them.
it's a globe?
Galileo.
Galileo
It's weird
was
that
one
you'd
of
seem uneducated
But
in a
if your
university
theory is an
situation.
authentic one, closer and closer to the truth. We never get there. Never.
Well, I
That's-
know that's true for you. And
No, that's a science.
Jesus,
That's
Wendell.
you guys. You think many billions of people do not believe, including myself.
And many more billions do.
So what?
So who's right?
Of course I can.
So the
When you say that we stole a conclusion
Check,
and you're trying to
checkmate.
match
Wendell
everything
wins
works,
again, baby.
That to me
The
is
40-year-old virgin has come with the
That's not
gloves
what
off
you
and the
are.
condom on today.
No,
right
you're
now.
not. You're making
No, we,
course.
sure,
Okay.
we do make assumptions.
God, it's gotta
based on
suck
things that
arguing
are
with people with the
well
mentality of an
supported,
8-year-old.
proven.
If gravity
We
is
don't
an
have to-
assumption, you show
Oh,
me
God.
the scientific method how you isolate gravity.
She doesn't believe in gravity.
It's the same thing. I have never seen one flat earther
I
use
kinda
math
feel
to
like
prove their
I
point.
wanna
You're wrong, actually.
develop
There's
some of this
a,
stuff a little bit
on
more
a
to
serious note,
high
there's a
level,
Flat Earth
but I feel like
documentary
there's
where they
so
did
much
use
that I
math
haven't really even
and
touched
immediately
based
proved
on.
themselves wrong
Well,
at the end
I
of
mean,
it, so
I certainly
appreciate it. What the fuck? Didn't the three of you all just use NASA to prove the Earth is
I mean,
flat?
obviously, any organization.
So you don't even
is
trust
wrong
your
on
own
certain things.
source?
They,
What?
They have individual.
That is
That's
absolutely
absolutely
not
true,
true.
Jim. I wouldn't lie to you.
And the other,
NASA's lying to you, my friend.
If there is one person you can trust, it is Dan the Waterman.
retro.
Perpetuate this massive fraud. Why would they? do
Mind
this?
control, Spencer.
The benefit of doing
Okay, the benefit of it.
And make our dicks smaller.
$2 a day. Follow the money.
No, the little
Follow
guy.
the
Yep.
money.
The little guy.
That's what then when you
Hear the reasonable voice and say, "Yeah, that makes more sense than having this pizza.
I mean,
shaker."
Spencer, you can argue all day, but Shelby came at you with some concrete shit saying, we see too far. What does science have, huh? How far does science see? You know what I mean, Spencer? Checkmate.
I used to.
Thanks for the
agree
resub,
to.
Ruthless.
So I completely understand where you're coming
Menopause
from.
has not been kind to you,
For
has
me,
it,
I
Shelby?
think the
Look, anybody who can overturn Einstein or some major theory is going to be eventually written in the halls of
Yeah.
science for the rest of their lives.
And it could be
But they
Dan
have
the
to come up
Waterman.
with the goods. They have to show good science-based evidence.
Wait until you
that
see
what
the
they
drawing
say
he
is
did on a
true, and they
napkin,
have to
Spencer.
withstand
It once
the
and for
test
all
of
proves
time,
that not only is the
peer
Earth
review,
flat,
and
but
the
men that are
rigors
above
of
5'6" are
scientific
fake.
method.
All right.
Actors,
Thank you.
robots, reptilians.
All
It's
right,
all
it's nice to
proven.
meet you.